Alright, I took a pretty long walk in here. This is the first afternoon of our 2022 Western Maryland rifle hunt. We've got really 2.5 days out here this year. Wasn't able to come up till Thursday instead of our normal Wednesday, so half the group was here early. They did a morning hunt. They didn't see much on another piece of public, so we came to a public property we haven't hunted in a long time. Don't know that we've ever killed anything over here, but there's a ton of deer sign. There's you might be able to see it in the camera. There's a big rub on about a 4-inch diameter tree about 10 yards up the hill from me. I'm just over the military crest of this hill, so the whole walk in here was just tons of deer sign. So it's pretty promising, a lot of really fresh sign. I walked in from this side, so I'm anticipating if I see anything, it's going to be coming up out of this bottom towards me. I'm assuming on this saddle right here, there's a nice saddle that runs down. It drops off to that side and drops off real steep below me, so I'm hoping that if we see something, or if I see something, it's going to be working up this saddle towards me, away from the river, but I'm not sure what it's going to do. Christian should be straight over, because we actually parked, there's an old clear cut here, we parked up at the end of it. But to get here I had to walk up and around, so we'll see how this afternoon goes. My dad is on a power line, which is like up that way. This is a ridge, goes up, drops over. Matt Belts and my brother Matt are split the next valley over. So Matt Belts should be right across the ridge from me somewhere, and then Matt Belts across the next valley from him. And then we got a couple more guys. So we've got this whole ridge above this river covered across here. So hopefully somebody sees something that's buck only. I've got real tight shooting in here. It's gonna be hard to thread a bullet through a lot of this stuff, but we're gonna give it our best shot here, and hopefully something gives me a shot tonight. I got pretty good shooting down the hill here, and extraction won't actually be too terrible, because if I do kill something down the hill, we can just extract it straight up this gentle valley. It gets thick up there, but that'll probably be the extraction point, so we'll see how it goes.
Alright guys, it's the first evening here in Western Maryland. We've got all day tomorrow, then all day Saturday. Saturday we can kill does. Tonight and tomorrow is buck only, so we're in here. And here on some public land. Hunted this property before, but never in this area, and it has been like 3 years since we've been over here, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get something to come through. Some of the guys have already seen some deer, but no bucks yet. So maybe later this evening something will happen. It's our 4:12 right now, and sunset is, sunset is 4:52, so 5:22 is legal shooting light, so we'll see what happens. Hopefully something might stop through here, but we'll see. Stay tuned.
Give a little update here. Got a little over half an hour of legal light, about 40 minutes of legal light, but I think realistically we got about 25 to 30 minutes just because of the cloud cover we got out here right now. So far we've seen a couple deer total between us. Ron saw the tail of one, and he's that way along the river, and then Matt Belts had a button buck at about 40 yards, and he saw one other deer, so possibly, I don't know if it could have been the same deer or not, but looks like we've seen like three deer or so as a group. There's a ton of sign in here, so we'll have to figure out if we want to try to come back here maybe tomorrow morning too. I do like this area. I think if I was to come back here, I would stop back up that way a ways. I feel like I had more shooting, and it would be a little better back up that way than what I got down here. So, we'll see, but since I got about half an hour, I'm hoping to see at least something come through here tonight. But we'll see.
Alright guys, it's last 30 minutes. I'm gonna slowly start packing up, and because I got a pretty good walk out of here. So I'm gonna slowly start packing up, and I'm just gonna still hunt my way very slowly. We got wet leaves, so it's pretty quiet walking, so I'm just gonna still hunt my way out to the truck, just because I don't want to get caught back in here in the dark. I don't know the area too well, so, and the cell phone service isn't the best, so loading maps is tough, so I'm gonna go ahead and get down. So if I do see something, I probably won't get the shot on video, but I'll do a recovery and stuff, so stay tuned, and maybe somebody will get something here in the next couple minutes, so check back with me soon, and if not tonight, I'll see you guys tomorrow morning.
Well, as you can see, it's getting really dark. Like I said, we still got about 10 minutes of legal light, but it's getting really dark, so with the pretty long walk out I have, I'll probably get ready to start packing it up here a little early. We gotta swing into town, which we're the opposite direction of town, so we're gonna swing into town and buy some last minute supplies before we head back to the cabin, so I'm thinking I'm just gonna go ahead and get packed up here in the next couple minutes, and we'll head up. But found a lot of sign for day one. I'm pretty satisfied with this. We saw a couple deer in the area. Not sure what our plan for tomorrow is. We got 3 different properties we've been hunting out here, so we'll pick one either back here. Good chance we'll end up at Garrett. I think we're gonna leave our regular property that we hunt out here. I think we're just gonna not touch that till doe day instead of being in there every day leading up to it. We all know that property well enough from the past like 10 years of hunting it, so everybody will kind of know where they want to go, and we'll slide in there that morning and see what happens. But I'm thinking tomorrow we're gonna end up either over here, Garrett. But it's not a bad first night, even though I didn't see anything. A lot of sign, and good to get eyes on a new area. I've never been in this area before, so I might have to spend a little more time in here with the amount of sign that there is. But that's about it for the night. I don't even know if I'll be able to see my crosshairs, so I'm probably gonna go ahead and get ready to start packing it in here.
Alright guys, it's morning number 1. It is December 9th. So today is buck only still, so except if you're on private land, you can kill does today up here. So doing a little bit of scouting and just walking around. I found some good buck sign up on this little ridge top, and there's some really thick bedding on the back side of this hill, so the sun is coming up right over here. So hopefully this hillside is gonna get the morning sun, which I've tend to found that deer like to go to bed right there. So hopefully something comes up and decides to bed down or head towards that bedding this morning. There's been a lot of shooting, probably on the surrounding private land, considering they can shoot does, so I can't imagine there's that many bucks running around over here. So just stay tuned, and I'll check back with you guys soon.
We got here a little after legal shooting light. We were a couple minutes late leaving. We were trying to get here just before. We got here just after, and walked in. I had a long walk in here. I did it slowly, given the daylight, which was part of the plan. So that way, if we saw something walking in, we could try to take a shot at it. But I set up. I'm not too far from where I was last night. I don't know how well the camera does it justice, but that hill below me drops off really steep.
crazy heavy deer trail. Right below me, it literally comes right past the base of my tree and just goes down the edge. It's a little less steep over here, but it's still pretty steep on this side. That's where that saddle ridge is. It runs straight down into the corner of these two bottoms that come together at this creek down here. So I'm hoping this is going to be a natural ascension on this hill, and this will be where a lot of the deer come up if they come up. Not sure I'll see much today, but you can see hill goes up behind me here. Rise is pretty good back there. And then it drops off super steep as you come around. So we'll see how the morning goes. Got a whole herd of them up here.
Alright, it's a little after 10 o'clock. So I'm going to get ready to get down here in a couple minutes. There's some shooting. We've seen a lot of deer this morning. I had 6 to 8 on the hill right behind me here. They were all does, and then I had 3 a little bit ago, about 20 minutes ago. I had 3 come in below me. They were all does that came in, worked below me, dropped down into this valley to my right. So I'm gonna get down here in about, I said about 15, no less than 15 minutes. I'm gonna start slowly. Actually, I'll probably start slowly packing up now. That way I'm on the ground, because we're gonna try to rendezvous back at the trucks about 11. Get back to the cabin, get a quick bite to eat, and then we'll get the afternoon plan. Try to get back out in the woods pretty quick. So we'll see how this afternoon hunt goes. But good morning hunt. We saw a lot of deer. Christian Saw probably 10 to 15 this morning. Ron saw a big buck. It's the only buck sighting we've had. Everything else been does, but we've probably seen, between our group, we've probably seen 30 does or so this morning, so not too bad at all. But like I said, I'm gonna slowly start packing up. Let's get ready to slide out of here.
Alright, guys. So, it's been a very productive morning for people. I haven't seen anything, but pretty much everybody else has seen some deer this morning. Lots of does, no deer with antlers on it, so unfortunately we couldn't shoot anything. So, some of the guys that are down further, they're starting to pack up here, and they're gonna start working their way up this way, so I'm gonna just sit tight until they get up this way, and once I can see them, then I'm gonna start packing up, but maybe something slipped between us and is bedded down on this hillside, because right now, this hillside is just nothing but sun. So hopefully, something slipped down into it's kind of thick down in here, so hopefully something slipped down there and is bedded down, but I was definitely expecting to see something walking through here with the sun and maybe come up and bed down, but nothing did, so we'll see what happens, and hopefully we can get something tonight, or it's just good and productive tomorrow, so stay tuned, and we'll alright, so we slept in here for the last 3 hours of daylight to do some exploring on some property I've never been to. Andrew and Matt Belts had been out here during their little camping trip in October, so they had seen this area. I found this wide open bottom, so up top there's a big clear cut. I don't know if I can get the focus. It's a big clear cut up top, and then pretty open back there. There's some saplings and stuff, and then it's pretty open all down through here. So pretty wide open all throughout here. Wide open bottom here. And it goes into some hemlocks that are real thick, and the deer sign through here is insane. So I set up for the last hour of daylight down here, and hopefully we can get something to come through here, but I've seen 4 does. Could have shot them several times, but due to Western Maryland not allowing you to kill does on public land except for the second and last Saturday of rifle season, it kind of puts a damper on things. So hopefully tomorrow, where we're going tomorrow, it'll be the same thing, and there'll be does moving around, and we'll be able to get some shots. So stay tuned. Maybe a buck will come through here. So we'll see.
Alright, it's a pretty late setup. Did some exploring. I got 40 minutes or so. I'm watching over a big clearing. You can see behind me these thick hemlocks. They go all the way around me. Then there's a small hidden field, just a grass field. And then I've got this big clearing right here. There's a fair amount of fresh poop and sign and stuff in it, so I figure I'll sit here for the last little bit. I was trying to find a different spot that I found last year, and I could not find it. I walked around for a while looking for it, and decided I'll just hunt here. I remember this spot from last year was another spot that I found that I wanted to hunt, but I like the other spot more, but I'll have to come back another time and try to find that one, but for now I got this one. Let me get my gun pulled up here, and like I said, I got 40 minutes, give or take. see if anything decides to step out in this clearing tonight. We saw a few does walking around. Unfortunately, it's still buck only, but we did see a few does, so at least there's deer moving. But that's it for now. I'll pick this up if anything happens. This is how I die. Alright. It's after legal light. I'm gonna pack it up. Pack of coyotes just lit off behind me, probably inside of 150, maybe 200 yards max. So they weren't really in the direction I gotta go, but sort of. So we'll see if I see any on the walk out. But tomorrow's doe day, so if it's brown, it's down tomorrow.
Well, good morning, everybody. It's Matt here, GnS Outdoors. We're out here in Western Maryland. Last day of the season. Really looking forward to it. Really cold temps. Had some freezing rain last night. It's probably lower 30s, probably 31 degrees right now. Out here in my infamous spot here in public land. They named it after me. It's called Belts Rock. I've probably killed 5 deer off this rock. I've killed deer almost every year I've come up here on this rock on doe day. Last year I killed 5 point on a buck only on Friday. And Andrew is set up about 500 yards away from me, I'd say. A spot that he's seen a lot of deer from. He killed his coyote actually from the same spot last year. So, I think Christian, walked up with him and then cut back down into a bottom that we've seen a lot of deer in. So, past 2 years here at this mountain in particular, it's been a little rough on doe day. A lot of guys from Pennsylvania and from Maryland come through and drive this whole mountain. It's a pretty small mountain. It's only 3,000 acres, so it's pretty easy to drive, and it gets a lot of pressure, but hopefully one of us can get it done today. Hopefully we triple up. That'd be pretty awesome, but I'll keep you updated. But daylight, sunrise at 6:57 in the morning here, pretty early. It is 6:42 actually, but I've been in here for a while. I think we got in here like 6:15 maybe, give or take. But, yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully next time I'll update you guys with the dead deer.
Alright, it's doe day. We'll see how the morning goes. I'm not feeling super confident. I just saw a flash of orange. Somebody's walking around above me, so it took me forever to get set up. I kind of came in blind and just couldn't find a spot I liked, and now I'm here. I got decent shooting around me, so I saw one doe coming in. She was up the hill from me a little bit from where I set up, so we'll see how this hunt goes.
Squall come through early in the morning, like between 2 and 4 o'clock. shot a doe tagged out up here. They came coming in from the bottom down here. Came in from down here. I got a good bit of it on video. They came up. They ended up coming up right within bow range again. Unfortunately, I tried to stop them, and they stopped for like a half a second before I could get on her. But the big lead doe, they took off, and I had a hole, and I took a shot through, and I hit her a little far back, so she dropped in her tracks. She dropped in her tracks, but she's still alive over there, so I'm packing up right now to get down and go finish her off. So I'm gonna hop off here so I can get that done, so she's not over there suffering any more than she needs to. So I'll check back with you guys here soon once I get both my deer together.
Alright, that looked like a good hit. Couldn't. Saw her, she went. Here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna pack up. I'll probably leave some gear in the truck or in the tree. I'm gonna walk over and see if that deer's down there. Alright, I think I can see the deer down there. I think I see its belly, so I said I'm gonna go ahead and rappel down. I dropped my coat. I'm gonna get my pack, my gun, my cameras. I'll leave everything else here. I'm gonna rappel down. I'm gonna walk down there and see if and get that deer real quick. Screw it. I'm just gonna pack everything up. I'll go down by the deer. Maybe I'll set up again down there, or I'll go meet up with like Christian or something and hunt with him. So, all right, let me go get this deer. Well, it's about 9:30 a.m. I haven't seen anything yet, unfortunately. Matt Gibbons tagged out. He got a spike and then a doe. Andrew shot a little while ago. I asked him if he killed. He doesn't know yet. He probably hasn't gotten down from the saddle to go and check. I just had a guy in a big old orange jumpsuit walked to my left here, walked the whole top here, and probably like 80 yards away from me, and then cut down into this bottom here with me, probably 50, 60 yards away from me, and walking that way now. It's right behind me, so any deer that possibly would be coming from that way are no longer coming. I was hoping when I saw him, he would have pushed something to me that would have been bedded up in that thicket over there that he was walking through, but I didn't even hear anything take off, so might be getting down here in about 45 minutes probably. My best chance now is if the deer either come from in front of me or to the right. So we'll see. Weather isn't ideal. It's been kind of drizzling all morning. But still have high hopes. Hoping we can get something here. But I'll let you guys know. Who knows? Next video might just be
me sitting by the fire back at the cabin, because that sounds pretty good right about now. Alright, so I'll see you guys later. Oh guys, sorry for the bad camera quality. Camera got a little wet, but little update on doe day. I actually had a train of 6 doe come in, but it was a bunch of people driving deer, and so I actually shot a doe, and I sent the whole group back towards the drivers, and they shot like 6, 7 times, and I doubt they hit anything. And most of the time they can't hit broadside, barn, but I went to track my deer, and as I was getting down from the tree, I noticed one of the guys were they stopped kind of about 90 yards away. Now, I shot the doe like 50, maybe 40 yards away from my tree, and those guys were probably like 150 yards away when they started shooting. He got down. He started looking at something on the ground about 80 yards away from me, and more of a story. I tracked where my deer went, and he ended up taking my doe. Now, if it was on purpose, probably, because I whistled at him and said, "Hey man, hey," and he looked at me and hoofed it right through that clear cut, and I wasn't about to go chase him. And if he thought that was his deer, then he thought it was his deer. But
All right, got my deer cleaned up. It's a yearling doe, not a big one, but managed to tag a doe up here. We've seen a lot of does. I wish I could have shot one of the bigger ones I've been seeing, but I got one. Matt got a spike and a doe, Matt Gibbons, and then Matt Belt shot one, and pretty sure somebody stole it, because he tracked from where he found the person with the deer in the direction his ran. He tracked backwards right to where he shot the deer. So unfortunately, I think someone stole his deer, but we got 3 so far, and we still got most of the day ahead of us, so we'll see if we can make something else happen this afternoon.
alright guys, a little update. Andrew, Christian, and I, we ended up moving mountains. The other mountain that we went to just got drove out by a bunch of drivers. Andrew actually successfully busted a doe, which is good. I saw some deer, but anyways, we moved mountains. Christian and Andrew went one way, where Andrew saw a couple of doe last night, and then I came to this tree, the double tree. It's perfect for saddle hunting. Matt Gibbons was here earlier. This is kind of what it looks like. It's just this double goes all the way. Here's my setup. Looks really good here. Ironically, I came down and only was up 1 stick movement, and a train of 5 doe came in, and let's just say it's history from there. Big old doe. I don't know how much she weighs, but pretty good way to start the hunt. The first 5 minutes at the tree, I'm not even set up. I had to hoist my gun up real quick without them seeing me, and I busted her. She didn't go 20 yards, but now I'm just sitting here. I can't text Andrew or Christian, and they probably just heard my gunshot and they have no idea what's going on. But I'm sitting here now. Really good spot. Thanks, Matt Gibbons, for the spot. But I'm gonna sit here, and who knows, maybe I'll get lucky and a buck will come by and I can tag out. But if not, this rainy, cruddy weather doe day turned out to be pretty good. So I'll give you guys a little pan of what I'm looking at right now. So just real open this bottom, but I came down from that thick laurel up there and came down here, sat right here, and those doe came in right over here. They walked and they stopped in front of these pines, and I shot, and I actually had a misfire. The first shot didn't even go off, and they just stood there and heard the click. Didn't even do anything, stood broadside and racked another one. They were wondering what was going on, and before they had the chance to decide whether to run or not, I shot, and she ran over and died right in that thick stuff over there. But hopefully Andrew or Christian can, hopefully Andrew can get a buck. That'd be cool, but hopefully Christian can at least get a deer. But pretty awesome. I wish I got the whole thing on video, but fortunately it happened so quickly I didn't even get the chance. But I'll see you guys.